Hey guy, what's up, Ninas? It's the Empire, Duncan here. Let's talk Niners. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment in the box below, and hit that bell for more notifications. So with that being said, let's go Niners. For the first and foremost, let's talk about the most improved team in football, San Francisco 49ers. This offseason, we signed our quarterback to a long-term deal, Jimmy Garoppolo. What's he do? Well, we're coming off of a 6-game winning streak with some of the players that we had. And you're talking about a roster that was decimated, had very few talented players on it, and somehow here comes a guy named Jimmy G, Tom Brady's backup, from New England, and he rolls us out to 6 straight wins. So, let's talk about improvements. What did we do to give him the team, and what are we going to continue doing to give him the team to win now? So, first and foremost, it starts with the offensive line. Last year, our O-line was probably one of the weaker spots of the team, yet somehow Garoppolo put up pretty decent numbers. So, with Kilgore gone, we brought in a guy, Richburg, who's probably going to be our center, but I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if San Francisco doesn't go out and pick up a Mike Pouncey. Pouncey's a guy that can immediately secure that line, that center position. He's a big, solid guy, creates holes in the middle for running backs, and he can keep his quarterback on his feet. Now, I also think that our offensive guard needs upgraded. I would like to see us go out and get Luke Joeckel, who played in Seattle last season. Joeckel, he's got a bit of an injury issue, but if healthy, he comes onto this team and he's immediately one of the biggest guys on the line, besides Trent Brown. He's definitely one of the most talented. He's a skilled run blocker as well as a skilled pass blocker. Now, think of this for a minute. Joe Staley, Richburg, Pouncey, Joeckel, and either Gillian or Trent Brown off the edge. Now, Garoppolo steps back. He hikes the ball, he takes his 3-step drop, and he's got all the time in the world. Okay. Now, instead of Carlos Hyde, San Francisco went out and once again upgraded and pulled out Jerick McKinney, I think his name is, from the Vikings. He's electrifying. He fits Kyle's system to a T. He's a guy who can juke and jive. He can catch passes out of the backfield, and he can just turn up the middle and make guys miss. He will be a huge addition to this offense. But Breida is our backup, and I don't think we're done at the running back position. I think we're going to probably go draft a guy like Royce Freeman in the 3rd round to create and finish off that running back core. I don't see Joe Williams surviving this year, considering Kyle Lynch took a shot on him this year, and he didn't finish the season. He got hurt, and he really wasn't that impressive before he got hurt. So I could see Freeman coming in, and literally our running back core is McKinney, Freeman, Breida, and Juszczyk, which is outstanding and a massive upgrade over the one we had last year. Now, our receiving core, probably not going to get upgraded. However, we had 2 receivers that were on pace to have 1,000-yard seasons. Pierre Garçon was well over 500 yards receiving before he got hurt, and he never really got a good chance with Garoppolo. Now imagine Jimmy Garoppolo and Pierre Garçon That's 1,000-yard reception combo right there. You throw in Marquise Goodwin, who also had 1,000-yard season, and boom, you got a dynamic duel at receiver. Trent Brown coming back was one of Garoppolo's favorite targets. We could continue. We might end up signing a guy like maybe a Jeremy Maclin or someone like that later. But as of right now, Jimmy G has the same receiving core he had last season, which he did pretty well with. So I think that offense is set and it's stacked. So Garoppolo snaps the ball. He takes his 3-step drop. He's got his running backs with all the time in the world. He's got all the time to look over a defense, to pick his targets. But then there's one free agent I also want to see him sign. A tight end by the name of Martellus Bennett. This guy could be amazing on our team. He could reach out, get a huge touchdowns. He can, he can be a primary weapon in this offense that you wouldn't believe. He's 6'5", 250, I believe it is. 6'5", 6'6", 250. The guy he's an amazing athlete, and quite honestly, he could be even better with Jimmy G at the helm, who, by the way, he has a connection with from New England. So, now that offense would be suddenly upgraded from good to great. Maybe one of the best we've seen in a long time. Now, next, you go defense. I want to start by saying Richard Sherman was a great pickup, even though it's hard for me to swallow, but I'm glad he's on our team. He knows this defense. He can mentor our corners. Him and Weatherspoon look like it would like a solid combination. K1's in that mix. So I want to continue building though. So the first thing I want to do is take my second round pick, and I want to go out and I want to get a cornerback right there. What's his name? I forgot his name. I can't think of his name, but anyway, I want to go get a corner with my second pick. My first pick's Tremaine Edmonds, the pass rusher, the linebacker. I want to go sign Ndamukong Suh. And could you imagine Buckner, Suh, Solomon, and Armstead with Mitchell on the line? You got that other linebacker we just signed, Ataachu or whatever his name is, coming off at linebacker. You got Reuben Foster coming back. You got Tremaine Edmonds, the rookie there. You got Malcolm Smith coming back. You have the makings with Brooke Coyle and company. You have the makings of a solid defense in the box. Solid linebacking core. Solid, one of the best defensive lines. Buckner and Suh together. Oh my. That would be unstoppable. Or unblockable. Okay, nobody's running on us. Quarterbacks have very limited time. They would consistently be on the run. Our linebackers would be flying all over the field. And then you got to deal with Sherman, Witherspoon, and K1 in the backfield. That's what I think. That's how I think we should go. I think that team would have an amazing season. Not to mention that some of the guys we've already signed are skilled special teams players. So even our special teams is getting better. So watch out, guys, because if you sign basically on offense, those guys, if you sign Pouncey, Jokel, and you add them to Richburg and company, you have one of the best lines in football. You draft Freeman, you have one of the best running back duels in football. You bring in Martellus Bennett. You have one of the best offenses in football. You bring in Ndake Suh. You line him up next to Buckner, Solomon, Armstead, and Mitchell. And you have one of the best defensive lines in football. You go out, you let Reuben Foster come back from injury, or Reuben Foster come back from suspension. You get Malcolm Smith back from injury. You add Tremaine Edmonds with that new guy, Aju or whatever, and your linebacking core is insane. This, my friends, is the best defense San Francisco could imagine. And yes, I would bring Eric Reid back. He can play linebacker. He can play strong safety. You can throw him all over the field. He's violent. He's a violent defender. I like the way he plays, and he makes us that much better. That's my team. That's my Niners. I'd love to know what you guys think. Please comment in the box below. Hit that bell for notifications. Share the channel, like the channel, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go Niners. Peace. Duncan out.